I've been trying to figure out how exactly I got to being a homophobe and a racist. You see, I've been accused of being a homophobe and a racist because I go to Tea Party uh, events. I'm not actually a member of any organization. They throw their rallies, and I go down there and I hold the flag and I listen to what the folks have to say and stuff like that. And I agree with the message. And then I get home and and so many people assure me that because I've gone to this Tea Party event, I am a homophobe and a racist. And I've been trying to figure out exactly how and when that happened. I mean, that's kind of a bummer. I don't feel like a homophobe or a racist, but there's a lot of very smart people out there who assure me that I am. So I've been kicking around in my head a little bit. Basically, you take the two main Tea Party messages. One, I think that the government spending is insane. I've taken a look at the debt clock, and it appears that we've got a debt that is completely unsustainable. I look at it, and the number almost doesn't mean anything to me because it's so extraordinarily large. You're a homophobe. Well, I was concerned about the debt. You know, the debt of the nation, like the whole nation. Like the entire nation's debt. Like everybody's debt. Yes, that makes you a homophobe. All right, let's just go ahead and assume that to be the case because you backed up your claim with the fact that I think that debt's a problem. Okay. Debt concern equals homophobia. Okay. Let's just assume that you're correct. Okay. Now about returning to constitutional principles. I think that constitutional principles are very valuable. They make a lot of sense, and they are quite capable of leading free human beings into prosperity. And I think it would be a good idea if the lawmakers and judges and government, everybody, goes ahead and returns to constitutional principles. You're a racist. Because I believe in returning to constitutional principles? Yes. That makes you a racist. How? Well, the Constitution was written by racists. They were slave owners. Some of them were, yes. And I think they're hypocrites. Well, how can you be a fan of the founders and think they're a hypocrite? Believe me, that sort of thing is very capable. It's very capable of happening. There's plenty of examples of people who have standards that they don't hold to. But the focus here is not on the founder. It's on the principle. Like I said, I want to return to a constitutional principle. And that makes you a racist. So, what? Okay, so I've told you that I don't agree with slavery. Okay, this country did, after all, engage in an event called the Civil War that resulted in freedom for the slaves. I don't think that was unconstitutional. So we went ahead and freed slaves in this country. So if slavery is the issue, you realize that it's not around anymore, right? And I'm not advocating for its return, because I believe that the constitutional principle of liberty should have been applied to everyone. And yes, because the guys wrote it down were hypocrites. Well, sorry. I would apologize for them, but they are indeed dead right now. The principle lives on, and all I want to do is apply that principle equally to everyone. Yes, that's what makes you a racist. That's a bummer. Why? Racist. Wow. That's a really, really heavy, offensive term. Racist. I mean, you're calling me a racist. What right do you have to call me a racist? You don't have the right to call me a racist. Yes, I do. My First Amendment freedom of speech. That's a constitutional principle.